Hello friends, and once again welcome to bsptrainings.com. My name is Amit and we are learning automation using Groovy scripts in Oracle Planning. Today I've got a very interesting example. I'm going to show it to you how you can invoke Groovy script. You can invoke pipeline using Groovy script. And I want to run this pipeline on certain days of a given month. So let's say my monthly maintenance starts on last business day or -3 business day to +3 business day. I want this automation process to be invoked automatically on a certain day. Okay, so let's get started. So this whole example consists of multiple activities. So I've got three jobs. The first job is going to load new product. The second job is going to load the driver value. And third job is going to calculate the product revenue. Let's go one by one. Job number one. This is my metadata for job number one. I got two new products under product accessories. This is two new members under dynamic or product accessories. This is my source file, right? So when I run this job, two new products to be added. Let me run it. So I can run the job explicitly for the sake of testing, and then I'm going to run this job using my pipeline. Okay. So I already have one job. I can run over here. Under application overview, you can see the job over here. Under dimension, import metadata. There you can see the job. This is the job name. Job metadata load product recurring. This is a recurring activity. Okay, so this is one job. The second job I have, which is going to load the driver value. This is my data file. And I'm going to load two driver value, product volume and average selling price. Product volume and average selling price. These are my forecast numbers. So when I run this job, system supposed to load data for these two drivers for the various products, including the two newly added product as well. So I have a separate job for the same. Look at this under, when I go to import data, I guess the job over here. This is called import load driver value. So far I got two jobs, metadata load and data load. Then I've got third job where I'm calculating my product revenue business rule. Product revenue, this is a business rule, a very simple business rule. For the given intersection, product revenue is product or volume multiplied by average selling price. So I want these three jobs to be executed in a certain order. Job 1, 2, 3. Okay. And therefore I created a pipeline. So I'll show you my pipeline. Go to application, data exchange. And I already created one pipeline. Okay. And this is fairly simple. This is my pipeline name is called automate maintenance. Let me open this pipeline for you. Okay. So this pipeline consists of three type of jobs. You see first job, one second, let me open in another browser. So there was some compatibility issue with my Chrome browser. Therefore, I use in Firefox. I'm going to open the same pipeline in Firefox. Let's go to data exchange and open that pipeline. This pipeline, it is in three stages. First, metadata load. Let me open this in edit mode, pipeline details. And in previous classes, I taught how to prepare pipeline. Look at the first pipeline name is metadata load, right? And the first job to be invoked under this pipeline is loading new products. So I define the type of job is import metadata and name of my job. That's it. So after loading metadata, I run a cube refresh because this is structure change. Then you should run a cube refresh. Since it is an enterprise application, cube refresh may take some time, probably 1.5 or 2 minutes. Then I create a second stage in this pipeline, which is going to load my driver value. This second driver, second job. So the moment I invoke this job, it's supposed to load the driver value. These are my driver values, isn't it? Then third job is going to run the cube, the calculation script. calc product revenue. Correct. So let me run this job independently first and show you how it look like, what is the expected output. So I'll focus on right now. I have got only 3 products. I got, let me see how many products I have. I got 3 products under computer accessories. Okay. I'm going to invoke this and followed by this, I've got 5 products. Okay. Let's zoom out and run this pipeline. From here, you can run it. And next step, I'll show you how to run through Groovy script. I run the pipeline. Right? The pipeline is getting invoked. It takes some time. So you can track pipeline status, how it is progressing, the various ways. One simple way you can track it on the job. So let's go to application job and see how pipeline is progressing. See, the cube refresh, the metadata load, job is done, right? Which is job number 1. The first job is done. Now let's see the impact of this. I supposed to have 2 new products. If this process is executed successfully, I supposed to have 2 new products, right? Under products, under accessories, computer accessories, I have 2 new product called wireless keyboard and wireless mouse. These are 2 new product which you can see over here listed down in my source file. They're supposed to be loaded. So this process got passed successfully. The job 1 executed successfully. Now let's see the job number 2. The job number 2 is cube refresh, which is still going on. The cube refresh is done. I have some warning message. I know. Well, we can ignore this warning message. It entails the system contains a lot of additional data forms. I'm going to ignore this. And the second job is loading data. Now let's refresh. Do I have a data? I refresh it. Now I have a data. Correct. The data got loaded successfully. And this is my data file. Across different product, I'm loading this data. Right? And this data got loaded. And the job 3rd is invoking calculate product revenue. Calculate product revenue is this business rule, which is a product of multiplication of revenue. Sorry, average selling price multiplied by volume. So this rule also runs successfully. Let's see the job. So I see the job over here. Right. The rule calc product revenue executed successfully. Correct. And I have an output over here. Let's check the output. So 16 multiplied by 10, 160, right? This is working fine. So my pipeline is working perfectly as expected. I'm going to roll back the changes. The problem over here is that this pipeline, I invoke it explicitly. What do I want? I want this pipeline to be invoked automatically on the fly on a certain date. And therefore, I created a Groovy script. And the beauty of this Groovy script is that it is tracking the current date and running this pipeline on a certain date. Let's read. So this job, the one I shown you, supposed to run in between 25th to 30 business day. It could have been certain date, right? Any date. Okay, what I did, I simply import date format, class, package, calendar package, date format, simple date format package. Then I capture the current date, extracted current date object. From there, I extracted date part, only date. Right? This script I'll put into my YouTube channel script. So from there, you can download it. It is required to convert to integer because I'm doing comparison over here, right? So I'll capture current date and then current month and current year. Since I don't need a current year, current month over here, I can ignore it. I created this script for the future use as well. I need to extract only current date. Okay. Probably you can print current date over here as well, right? So if my current date, today is 26 February, if my current date is in between 25th or 30, which the condition is true, today is 26th, the condition is true. I'm going to invoke a job, right? And in order to invoke this pipeline, I need to have a connection. So I created a connection, a name called local connection. There is an option called creating connection under application, tools. So I created a local connection over here under connection. In the previous many example, I taught how to create connection, invoke REST API. So I created other web service connection, name of my connection to this system. The URL and define a credential over here. So I am invoking this pipeline. This is the With the URL, this pipeline going to append this the complete URL, AIF REST V1 job. Okay. And this is the name of my pipeline. The nature of job is pipeline, and the name of pipeline I mentioned over here, automate maintenance. Look at this. This is the name of my pipeline. Here, sorry. Once again, I showed to my pipeline. So as an argument, to pass your pipeline name and the connection detail. So here, the name of my pipeline is automate maintenance. Correct. The one is in month. Automate maintenance. The name of my job and type of job is pipeline. Okay. And start period and period supply over here current year. Okay. Current year and current month. FY26 February month. FY26 February month. And the date, the condition is true. So when this Groovy script is to be invoked, this is in turn invoke my pipeline and system is going to populate. Okay. Now I can run this script directly from here, option one, right? I already deployed it, or I could run it from here. I'm going to run it from here. Calculate business rule, right? I can explicitly run the rule. I'm going to limit my rule only to my financial queue. And this is called Groovy. Not based sort by name. Let me sort by name. What's the name? It's a Groovy. That's called Groovy pipeline. Okay. There is Smart View, Groovy pipeline. So this is my pipeline, Groovy pipeline. Okay. I'm going to invoke this. So since this pipeline consumes multiple jobs, it takes some time. The job got submitted successfully. I can keep an eye on the job console. Okay, I go to application once again, keep an eye on job console. So you see the pipeline being invoked, and which in turn invoke my different, within this pipeline, all the job it consists of, system going to invoke those jobs one by one. Okay, one by one. So let's keep on refreshing this, and then you can see how these different jobs are being executed one by one. It's a bit slow because, you know, first you are calling Groovy, then in turn Groovy calling pipeline. Therefore, it is little slow. Let's keep an eye over here. On the job, the Groovy invoked, metadata load invoked, and we keep on refreshing. 10 seconds before metadata load invoked, queue refresh is going on. Keep an eye over here. Just double click. I got two new products, wireless keyboard and wireless mouse. The cube refresh is going on. Just wait for a few seconds. Once cube refresh is done, data load will start. Bit slow. Keep on refreshing this. The cube refresh will fail because there are a couple of warnings I have got. We are exceeding number of data form we're supposed to have it. Since they are warning, I'm going to ignore them. Okay, the cube refresh, as I mentioned, there are a couple of warnings, exceeding number of thresholds. And then after cube refresh, data load is going to start. Yes, data load is started. And so you can see the numbers over here. Right number. And the next job is business rule, calc product revenue. And I refresh it. The business rule invoke and I got the output. 16 multiplied by 10, 116. Right? So it means when I invoke my Groovy, which in turn invokes my pipeline, which in turn invokes my three jobs. Metadata load, data load, and business rule. This is my final output. And this is my Groovy script. And this is my pipeline job. I'll show you once again everything together. My pipeline job, which is being invoked by pipeline job, open in details. which is invoked by, okay, that's little sluggish. Yeah, this is my pipeline to be invoked by Groovy script. This is 360-degree view, pipeline to be invoked by Groovy script, and this is my final output. Right. So that's it for today. Stay tuned to BISP Training YouTube channel, and we continue to publish more video tutorials and scenario. Thank you for watching. Should you have any question, please feel free to reach to us, amit.sharma@bsptrainings.com.